Hi everyone, welcome back in a brand new video of PDP Nothing Yet, that's me, and little Coda over here. A big thank you to my Patreon supporters Arcana Kitten, Carlo Copier, Wolf, Denden, Ruffled Griffin, RBA Betrayx, Luca, Kazu, Kira, and Suat. In today's video I will talk about Therian Subculture. More specifically, is therianthropy a subculture or does the Therian community have a subculture? Now please keep in mind that this video is in no way a definite answer. This is just the general conclusions of the community as well as general answers, replies, thoughts and everything on previous discussions around this topic. So you could say that this video is more of a debate or to portray the generally frequently seen answers on the topic of Therian subculture by the community. So I try to portray the general agreement on this topic. This community has only existed for like 25 to 27 years and it's still developing, it's still evolving and changing every year. There is a history, there's the present and there will be a future. We're still figuring out how this community works and everything behind it, so there is no clear answer yet on this topic, but there is a general thought on it. Now, what is a subculture? A subculture is generally something that differentiates itself from a general culture of humans. Subculture is more specifically something specific to a group of persons, something like how emos or gods dress themselves, which music they listen to, their behavior. So a culture has its specific beliefs or ways of acting or their interests. They are specific to that culture. Is therianthropy itself a subculture? I would say no, because therianthropy is more of a state of being or an experience, rather than a culture of people or a group of people. A group of people who experience therianthropy are Therians. However, will Therians be or have a subculture? We think no, because as long as a Therian isn't online or connecting to other Therians, they're an individual, a person of their own, not influenced by other people and not having some kind of style, action, requirements. A Therian at itself has not a subculture and isn't involved in a subculture. By being in the Therian community, we would say that there is some form of subculture. When Therians join the Therian community, we see how they adapt to this sort of greeting methods, hugging by example, rather than just shaking hands, as well as activities like quadropics, wearing tails, gear, colors, and also forms of meditation, spiritualities, gemstones, Wiccan, witch, things like that. While some of the Therian community has been performing those tasks, those hobbies and everything before I joined the Therian community, we see a lot of people only starting those activities and those greeting medals, the music they listen to and everything after they join the Therian community. But this way could say that the Therian community is or has a subculture, because the Therian community has its own reading methods, beliefs, activities, hobbies, fashion. So this fits the description of a subculture. However, we will also say that the Therian community as a whole is not a subculture, because every fraction of Therians we see online, where it is Therian Amino or Therian Guide, is different. They have different greeting methods, different ways of interaction, especially their communication and their interaction with each other is different beliefs, different perceptions even of therianthropy. For example, on Therian Amino, quadropics is a very big and important topic and a lot of people perform this, but on Therian Guides or other Therian forums, you might not see this coming back actually. So rather than we think that the Therian community as a whole is or has a subculture, we think there are fractions of the Therian community that has their own subculture. We could say that Therian Amino has its own subculture and Therian Guide has its own Therian subculture. So is therianthropy a subculture? We will say no. Does the Therian community have or is a subculture? Not exactly. Does the Therian community within the community have subcultures, different subcultures? Yes. Now maybe over the years we can unite this again a bit more, because we really see a fraction in Therian communities, different communities even battling against each other. For example, some who have been in the Therian community for quite a while know that there is a certain fight between community and Therian Guide, or has been. Why do we have this? Why are those communities so different from each other? Different enough that they do not want to interact or connect with each other at all. This creates different subcultures and different cultures and community. So they do sort of exist, but again, we're not sure, we don't have a clear answer, we're just looking into the community and trying to make conclusions of what we see, patterns and theories and everything. This video is more meant as a debate rather than a clear answer. So please let me know in the comment section down below what you think about Therian subcultures. Is it a thing? Is it another thing? What do you think and what is your theory? And let's see where the Therian community goes in the future. Woof, PD.